God bless you, everybody. Good morning. Awestruck. Awestruck. We, as children of God, we are amazed by who God is, by the work that God is doing. We are amazed and filled with awe by how good God is and how good God has been. God is still good. Come on, somebody. Our devotional text comes out of the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 23. Reading from the New Century Version of the Bible, the word of the Lord says, "When they see all their children, the children I've made with holy hands, they will say, 'My name is holy.' They will agree that the Holy One of Jacob is holy, and they will respect the God of Israel." Mm. The New Revised Standard Version says it like this. The word of the Lord tells us, "For when he sees his children, the work of God, my hands in the midst, they will sanctify my name. They will sanctify the Holy One of Jacob. They will stand in awe of the God of Israel." Mm. The New English translation says, "For when they see their children, whom I will produce among them, they will honor my name. They will honor the Holy One of Jacob. They will respect the God of Israel." The New Living Translation says, "For when they see their many children and all the blessings I have given them, they will recognize the holiness of the Holy One of Jacob. They will stand in awe of the God of Israel." Woo. The Message Bible says here, "For he's going to see his children, my personal gift to him, lots of children. And these children will honor me by living holy lives. In holy worship, they are honor the Holy One of Jacob and stand in holy awe of the God of Israel." Mm. The Amplified Bible says, "For when he sees his children walking in the way of pity and virtue, the work of my hands is in its midst. They will revere my name. They will revere the Holy One of Israel. The Holy One of Jacob, and reverently fear the God of Israel." And I want to encourage somebody on today that when it seems like things are not working out, when you feel empty, and when you feel like you've been burnt out or dried out, you got to remove yourself from stressful and frustrating people. Do not let people frustrate you, stress you out, or burn you out, or dry you to the point where you have no energy, you have nothing. Don't let people drain you to the point where you're dry and empty. Come on, somebody. You got to find a place where you can be at peace, where you don't got to worry about when people are trying to squeeze you dry or leave you hanging. Just know that you can go to the Lord in prayer and allow God to refresh you and fill you so that you can be ready to do what's next. It is such an amazing thing to be amazed by how God does what he does and be amazed of how gracious and faithful God is. Come on. All things are possible for the one that believe. When we seek God first and put God first and before all people, things will fall in place. We got to pay attention to what God is saying to us and what God is doing. Come on, somebody. Because when we draw near to God, God will draw near to us. God deserves all the glory. He deserves all the praise. And we got to stand in awe in the midst of the trials that we experience. When you are full, when God has filled you, nobody should drain you dry. If you are filled and full, stay full. But the thing is, as you go forth, when you pour out what God has filled you with, go back and allow God to restore you and strengthen you so that you can be ready for the next assignment or the next thing that God will have you to do. Or better yet, get ready for the next move. We should be honoring God and fearing God and giving God glory and giving God honor and giving God praise because God deserves it. Don't let the impossible or the business stop you from doing the work of God. Come on, you got to be humble. You got to be diligent. You got to be committed. But most importantly, you must submit to God. You got to have reverence. You got to fear God. But the thing that people will drain to the point where you dry and you have nothing left in you. This is not the time. This is not the time to be dry and then wonder why. This is the time and the season to go forth in the Lord and do what God says do. When we stand in awe, we will be amazed by how God brought us out, by how God brought us over. Even in the midst of when we go in something, we don't stay in, we go through and we come out. Honor God in what you do, and you will see and witness and experience the move of God in an amazing way. God bless you.